RiverBender.com's coverage of this game is sponsored by St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years. Riverbend Chiropractic Center, dedicated to caring for infants, children, and adults. And by Andy's Auto Body, we can fix anything.
In Bethalto, the CM Eagles hosting their big rival, the Jerseyville Panthers. I'm Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. And Jeff, both these teams coming to tonight with a record of 0-3 and looking for their first win.
And it's the beginning of the Mississippi Valley Conference action tonight, so somebody's going to go away a winner. We know that. They're going to get the first one of the season, their first conference win, and hopefully have an opportunity to turn their season around. You know, you look at the opponents that the Eagles from CM have played. They're a combined 8-1 in their first 3 weeks of the season and have outscored their opponents almost by a 3-1 margin. So the Eagles have really played some tough teams. It'll be interesting to see how they do now that they get into conference play and opening that up tonight against Jerseyville.
Last year, the Panthers winning over the Eagles 41-0. That's the last time the Jerseyville Panthers have won on the football field, so they're really itching for a win.
And an opportunity for the Eagles to extract a measure of revenge from that game. As you mentioned, that's the only game that Jerseyville won last year and winless this season, so they're trying to break that losing streak, and the Eagles would like to extend it at least one more game.
And we'll have the kickoff after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
Hi, George Weber. As we watch this year's Olympic Games and root for the world's top athletes, the Weber Chevrolet family wants to offer some encouragement to the terrific men and women representing our country. You are the best of the best. We know how hard you have worked. Win or lose, we are proud of you, and you are all truly winners. Even though you are half a world away, we are with you through every sprint, jump, and dive. And we sing along with you when you stand on that medal stand listening to the national anthem. So from all of us at Weber Chevrolet, go Team USA.
Welcome back to Bethalto. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman as we're set for the opening kickoff. The Panthers set to kick it away, and it's a line drive kick, and whistles blow immediately, and a flag flies, and possibly an offsides to start things off here on the kickoff.
That's exactly
what the call is.
So not a good way for the Panthers to start. The Panthers wearing their white uniforms trimmed in that, kind of looks like that North Carolina blue, doesn't it?
Definitely.
And then the Eagles, of course, with the gold pants and the purple jerseys with the white numbers and the gold helmets. These two teams like to get after each other. This should be an interesting and an exciting and hard-hitting football game tonight, Dennis, assuming we can get this ball kicked off.
From the 35 this time, and there's a bouncing kick that will be passed over at about the 40, and then the return team had to turn around and jump on that ball inside the 30-yard line at about the 33, and that was where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
And I'm not sure that was intended to be an onside kick, but it worked out kind of that way, bounced and rolled for a long time. A couple of the Eagles just passed right on by it, and then, as you mentioned, had to turn around and fall on the football. They expected somebody behind them to rush up and grab it, and that's a live football. Somebody's got to get a hold of it.
Well, the Eagle offense on the field had a good first half last week and then stalled in the second half against Breeze Mater Dei, and Zach Tobin in there to lead him again this week. You see, he waits from the shotgun with all the receivers in the sack. And they'll call the plays from the line of scrimmage as we've seen in prior weeks. And now whistles blow here, and this may be a delay of game already on the Eagles.
So far we've seen 2 kickoffs, no plays, and 2 penalties. Maybe
back
some
them up
jitters,
5.
you think, here in the early going?
A little bit. So it's 1st and 15 now for the Eagles, and Zach Tobin with all his receivers in the set. 3 to the right side, 2 to the left. He drops straight back. The wide side, the left side is where he's headed. And the pass to Springer just out of his reach. Near the 50-yard line and complete.
Boy, Springer had a step. He had the inside track, kind of ran a medium post pattern there from that slot position, and he was open. Tobin just led him a little bit too far, and it was just off his fingertips.
Tobin back to the shotgun. This time Devin Caldwell will stand to his left. He'll send a man in motion. That's Wilkes over to the left side. 3 receivers on that side, the wide side of the field. And Tobin will head to the line of scrimmage, hand it off to Caldwell. Caldwell will put his head down and work his way back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 3rd down and 10.
A little bit different look tonight to open things up for the Eagles with Caldwell in the backfield. It had been Springer in the backfield the last couple of times that we'd seen this team, but he's in the slot position tonight, and Caldwell is back there with Tobin.
Tobin will set Caldwell to his left as he waits in the shotgun, dropping straight back, looking left, now firing to the right. Has Wilkes for the first down near the midfield stripe. Big first down pickup for the CM Eagles, and they'll move the chains here as they approach the midfield stripe, 1st and 10. Ball just shy of the 50-yard line. Tobin waits at about the Eagle 45. 3 receivers split left, 1 to the right side. Caldwell, the back, stands next to Tobin as he sends Springer in motion. Now hands it off to Caldwell up the middle, has running room into Jerseyville territory and close to another CM first down out near the 40-yard line of Jerseyville.
And it looks like it'll be more than enough for the first down as the ball crossed the 40, so another good running play for the Eagles, and Caldwell really chewed up a lot of that on his own, carried some people for that first down.
He stands to the left of Tobin, who waits from the shotgun, will hand it off to him again. He's hit immediately, driven backwards, and dropped for a loss of at least 2 and maybe 3 yards.
Well, it looks like they'll give him his forward progress, which is still going to be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden looked like Jerseyville said, okay, we've seen that play a couple of times. You're not going to get that one on us this time.
They'll go with 2 receivers to the left side, the wide side of the field. Tobin waits in the shotgun at the Eagle 46-yard line. 3 receivers split off to the short side, the right side. Tobin looks that way, now rolls left. Has a man, hits him at about the 45, and then he drops the football in and out of his hands. Looks like maybe he tried to take off before he made that catch.
Probably just as well that he didn't catch it. He was going to get tackled. It looked like he was going to get tackled at least for maybe even a loss on the play, so might have been better off dropping that one.
3rd down and 11 from the Panther 41-yard line. Tobin from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the short side, the right side, 2 to the left. Tobin waits on the snap and now drops straight back, looking left, throwing to Wilkes, and over his hands, incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the CM Eagles. And looks like the punting unit trotting onto the field.
This is a good area of the field if you have a fake punt in your arsenal to maybe pull it out early in the game here on the opposing team's 41-yard line, but Cruz is such a good kicker. I suspect that the Eagles will kick this away, although Jerseyville isn't sure. They have nobody back.
Jake Cruz waits on the snap. He'll punt it away for the Eagles. Good snap back, and he'll get the punt off. It's headed toward the sidelines near the 10, takes a roll into the end zone, and a touchback will bring Jerseyville out to the 20-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10. So the Eagle offense got across the midfield stripe and then stalled. Now the Jersey offense will take the field for the first time. They are led by quarterback Luke Marthamus. A couple of cousins in the backfield for Jerseyville, Quentin Travers and Chase Travers. As they come to the line of scrimmage, that double wing, single back, a man in motion. And rolling out to the right is the quarterback, Barlow Smith, and he throws downfield, incomplete. Had a man at about the 35-yard line, but threw that one low and behind him, incomplete.
Tried to get that to Pullman and didn't see Wolfel, who was well behind the defenders across midfield down near the Eagles' 40. If he could have gotten that ball to him and he made the catch, that would have been an easy touchdown for Jerseyville.
Both teams come out throwing. As the Panthers face 2nd down and 10 now from the 20-yard line. Just underway, first quarter action, 9:40 on the clock. They'll set up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. And they'll hand it to the main back, who crosses the 20 up to about the 22-yard line. Not much there for number 28, Quentin Travers.
You can pretty much bet if it's a handoff, you can say Travers and then just figure out which one.
Third down and 9 now for the Panthers. Bartlesmith under center, turns, hands it to Quentin Travers. He'll work his way across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down for the Panthers. Let's see what the Panthers like to do here. Probably punt it away here, facing 4th down and about 4 from the 28. Looks like the punting unit coming on the field. You're not going to dare say that the Panthers may have a fake punt up their sleeve early on.
Well, if they do, I wouldn't use it at my own 26.
Eagles with their return man standing at about the CM 45-yard line. Now Caldwell takes a few steps up toward the midfield stripe as the flag flies and delay a game against Jerseyville. They'll back them up here, and they'll have to kick it away from the 21-yard line. Caldwell now stands at the midfield stripe waiting on the punt from the Panthers. And the punter gets it off near the 50-yard line, takes a big Jerseyville roll all the way down to the CM 40, and that's where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10. So the Jerseyville Panther offense 4 and out. Now the Eagles back on offense. Were able to move the chains there last time, but stalled after they crossed the midfield stripe, and Zach Tobin will bring the troops back out and try it again. Tobin this time with 2 backs, Springer and Caldwell standing back with him in the shotgun as he waits at the 35. He'll put it in the gut of Springer, who works his way across the 45 up to about the 47-yard line. Springer last week voted the offensive back of the week. Tobin waits with Springer and Caldwell in the backfield with him. 2nd down and 5 now, and flags fly again at the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to be some type of a procedure penalty against the Eagles, or an equipment penalty or something. I'm not sure exactly what that call was, but it's going to cost him 5 yards.
5-yard penalty, and that'll back them up. And they'll face down 2nd down and 9 now. Tobin from the shotgun. Caldwell and Springer back there with it. 2 receivers split to the right, and Tobin looking that way. Firing it out there in the flat, has a man. Upfield goes, looks like McKinney down the sidelines up to about the midfield stripe.
McKinney's going to pick up about 7 on that play. That's a long way to throw that ball across to the far side of the field. It's going to set up about 3rd and a short 3, but a strong arm displayed that time by Zach Tobin to get that football out there.
Waits from the shotgun again. 2 backs with him, and he'll hand it off to Springer. Springer hits the hole, works his way to the midfield stripe. May have enough for the first down. We'll see where they mark this one. Yes, he will have enough as they move the chains. Tobin from the shotgun on 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. From just across the midfield stripe. 2 receivers split to the left, another off to the right side. That's McKinney. Caldwell stands to the left of Tobin, who waits on the snap. Looking left. Throwing out there, has a man. At the 50, he turns it upfield, works his way to near the 45-yard line, where he's knocked out of bounds. That's Veloso, Alex Veloso, on the reception for the Eagles.
And he kind of had to stop his momentum and come back to get that ball. Was thrown a little bit behind him. That might have cost him a couple of extra yards. Still a gain of about 3 on the play.
Tobin back to the shotgun, facing 2nd and 7. Hands it off to Caldwell right side. Flags fly as he crosses the 40 up to the 35-yard line, taking tacklers with him and has enough for another first down, but we'll wait and see what the flag is as it flew about the time the ball was snapped.
Yeah, I suspect that one's coming back, especially the way the Eagles are moving. It's going to be a procedure call.
I'll bring this one back. It was a good run by Caldwell as he picked up the first down, but they'll have to bring it back.
3rd penalty against the Eagles now for 15 yards. That one nullified, about a 12-yard gain, and it's going to set up 2nd and long.
2nd down and 12 now from the Jerseyville 48-yard line as Tobin waits in the shotgun. The single back is Caldwell directly behind him. 2 receivers left side, 2 off to the right. Tobin dropping back now, looking left, firing, has Springer at the 35, and then he drops the ball. Looked like he had pulled that one in, but couldn't hang on to it.
Well, that one certainly should have been caught. It was right in his hands, and you're right, as he pulled it in, he dropped it, and that was dangerously close to being in that area where that could have been called a fumble. He pulled it in and took at least one step, maybe not quite enough, and he ruled it an incomplete pass. So both teams might have caught a break on that one.
3rd down and 12. Tobin pressured and going to be dropped all the way back at the Jerseyville 35-yard line. And a big sack there for the Panthers. It's going to bring up a 4th down and very long for the CM Eagles.
Well, that's a 14-yard loss, and Tobin had nowhere to go that time. It's 3rd, 4th, and about 23 or 4 yards. We're going to have to rely on Cruz for another good kick.
Cruz in there to punt. Will stand at about the 23-yard line of CM. Return man waits near the 25 of Jerseyville. And a good punt. Going to send him back over his head. Bounces at the 20 and then takes a Jerseyville roll back to about the 17-yard line. The Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at about the 16.
48-yard punt that time by Cruz, so they needed a good kick, and they got one.
So the Panther offense back on the field with 5:25 on the clock. First quarter action. 4 and out their first time, and they'll give it another go.
What do you want? What do you want?
Luke Barthelmess brings the troops out again. We'll have a couple of backs back there with him. A man or 2 split out to the left side, and the handoff going to the second man through as he's tripped up. Crossing the line of scrimmage, that's Chase Travers. And a gain of maybe a half a yard at most. Oh, it's 2nd down and 10. As we go under the 5-minute mark of quarter number 1. Receiver comes to the right side. Wing back on that side as well. Wing back to the left side with a single back behind the quarterback. Now a man in motion is Travers with a handoff and a fumble. Now it's picked up by the Eagles, headed back the other way and stopped before they can get in the end zone, but down inside the 5-yard line as the Eagles come up with a big fumble recovery. It looked like Caldwell picking that ball up.
I think you're right. Devin Caldwell, that ball was about 10 yards farther out when it fell on the ground. 2 or 3 guys jumped on it, kept knocking it ahead. Caldwell snuck in and picked it up in full stride and carried it all the way down to the 4-yard line, and a big chance here for the Eagles. They'll have it 1st and goal.
Eagle offense on the field, facing 1st and goal from the 4. First scoring opportunity for either side tonight here. As Tobin waits in the shotgun with Caldwell and Springer back there with him. A snap, a fake, and rolling right as Tobin, pressured, still on his feet, gets away, and finally pulled down all the way back at the 10-yard line. Pressured right away that time, Tobin.
Well, he kind of ran right into the pressure as he went one way and then tried to roll out to his right, and that's where the pressure was coming from. He got around the first man and then probably should have just thrown the ball away. But he tried to avoid the sack and tried to get around the corner and couldn't make it. He'll lose 6 on the play and set up 2nd and 10.
2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. As Tobin now waits in the shotgun near the 15. Single back there with him, stands to his left. In motion is Caldwell now to the right side of Tobin. High snap, he fumbles it and has to jump on it. And the Eagles lose yardage again, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think that's going to bring a timeout. Eagle coaches are going to go out and have a talk. We had this ball on the 4-yard line, and now it's going to be back on the 15 after a sack and a bad snap. And a little bit of regrouping going on in the huddle out there.
3rd down and goal from the 15 with 4:27 on the clock. First quarter action. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power & Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agencies certified by J.D. Power & Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
Sports, food, and good times. All this and more are waiting for you at Alton Sports Tap. Gather the crew for a night out, or better yet, bring in the whole family and enjoy the best burger or wings in town. We offer daily specials, an affordable menu, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Visit our new Caribbean-themed edition. We also have banquet and meeting rooms for your special occasion. Alton Sports Tap, serving up sports, food, and good times daily at the intersection of Route 140 and Homer Adams Parkway in Alton.
Welcome back to CM. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. 3rd and goal from the 15. And the handoff inside to Caldwell. He'll break a tackle to the line of scrimmage and work his way forward down to about the 10-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th down now for CM.
And it looks like the Eagles are going to go for it here on 4th and 7.
Tobin waits from the shotgun. All 5 receivers in the set. Now look over to the sidelines by Tobin to make sure they want to go with the play. They now bring Springer back into the backfield. And they fake it to him. Tobin now going to the left side. Nowhere to go. Is going to be taken down. And the Eagles will turn it over on downs back at the 16-yard line. The Eagle offense going nowhere on that drive after starting inside the 5.
Going backwards, actually. They'll turn it back at the 15 to Jerseyville. So now good defensive stand by the Panthers, and we'll see if that ignites the offense. And meanwhile, more conversation on the sideline between the head coach, Scott Conzer, and members of the Eagles offense.
Jersey offense back on the field now with 1st and 10 from the 15. Man in motion is Travers. And they'll give it to number 28. That's Quentin Travers. Nowhere for him to go as he's hit immediately and dropped at about the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 2nd down now for the Panthers. Not much excitement in either offense so far tonight, Jeff.
No, you're right. It seems like they're both having just a little trouble getting things on track.
First quarter action, we come up on the 3-minute mark. 2nd and 10 from the 15 for the Panthers. Man in motion. He'll take the handoff, try to get around the end, and does so. Turns it upfield. And a stop before he gets to the 25-yard line.
That's Ficker, the ball carrier. The first time we've seen him carry the ball. And a pickup of about 7 on the play as he got around the corner and then got out of bounds.
3rd down and 3 now for the Panthers. With 2:35 on the clock, first quarter action. Quarterback under center, sends Travers in motion, and will give him the football. He'll try to get around the end, bottled up, but does get around the end and pick up the first down. Now headed down the sidelines, one man to beat. He breaks free. He could go all the way, but chased down from behind by the Eagles. Beloso will chase him down, but a big gain for the Panthers, the biggest offensive play of the night, as they work it all the way down to the CM 27-yard line.
That's a 51-yard gain, and that ball carrier just ran over 2 or 3 Eagles who tried to make the tackles on that play.
61 yards on that carry. Under 2 minutes to play. First down and 10 for the Panthers from the 28-yard line of CM. Man in motion is Ficker. Fake it to him, and the handoff goes left side. Travers with the carry there, and nowhere to go.
I think that was Chase Travers that time. Panthers not having a lot of success.
I did.
In the line, but that last sweep when the man went in motion and then took the handoff and ran the sweep around the left side was certainly a big play in this one.
2nd down and 9 for the Panthers. They send a man split wide right. Single back behind the quarterback. Arthelsmith, who hands it off right side and turning it upfield and picking up good yardage across the 20-yard line is Ficker. He gets to about the 18. They'll mark it at the 17, where it'll be 3rd down and 1 now for the Panthers. A little more life in that Panther offense after that big run. And they face 3rd down and 1 now. Inside the red zone at the 17 with 53 seconds on the clock, first quarter action. Arthelsmith sends a man in motion. Travers now hands it off right side, and picking up, I believe, the yard they need is the fullback, Travers. First down for the Jerseyville Panthers.
Takes it down to the 15-yard line. They only needed a yard. He only got 2, but it's enough to set up another series of downs for the Panthers, who are threatening for the first time in this one.
1st and 10 from the Eagle 15-yard line. Receiver splits out wide left. All right. That's the wide side of the field. Arthelsmith sends Travers in motion. And will fake it and roll out, and has a man, and is it caught? I believe he did pull that down. It went off his hands. Then he pulled it down to pick up a few yards over that right side.
Short pass, you mentioned the receiver, Travers bobbled that. Could have been picked off if an Eagle had been close enough, but he grabbed it and did pick up 4, and that'll be the last play here of the first period.
The Panthers will have it on the 11 when we return with second quarter action after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
RiverBend Chiropractic Center, the office of Dr. Stephanie Monroe, is a family wellness clinic that is conveniently located in Godfrey. Dr. Stephanie, a licensed doctor of chiropractic, is dedicated to caring for infants, children, and adults. She specializes in pediatric care, which is especially important this time of year with all the stress of backpacks and extracurricular activities like football, soccer, cheerleading, and other sports. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Please call 618-467-2744 for further information or questions.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
The two just underway, second quarter action. Markelsmus under center, sends a man in motion, hands it off left side, pounding his way down into the goal. Touchdown, Jerseyville on the board first.
That was one of the Travers running backs. I'm not sure if it was Chase or Quentin.
I think it was Pullman, actually.
Was it Pullman?
Number 25. 25 and 28 look almost
Boy, those
exactly
numbers
right.
are really hard to see from up here, aren't they?
Well, the Panthers will try and tack on the extra point, leading 6-0 on a 2-yard run. Here's a snap back, a low snap, handled well. The kick is up and on the way and through the uprights to put the Panthers out in front at the 11-19 mark of quarter number 2. They lead 7-0 over the CM Eagles. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
St. Anthony's Health Center, located in Alton, is serving the Riverbend area with quality patient care and comfort through comprehensive outpatient rehabilitative therapy services, advanced diagnostic technology, and emergency services, while also providing community education classes that benefit those of all ages. All brought to you by St. Anthony's Health Center's dedicated and caring health professionals.
Welcome back to Basalto. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. The Panthers score first. They're up 7-0 over the CM Eagles. Line drive kick off the return man. Diving on it are 3 Eagles. And it looks like they'll down it at about the 36, where CM will take over first and 10.
Sam Watson fell on that ball out at the 35.5, 36-yard line. And twice now we've seen the Jerseyville kicker not really get into the ball solidly on his kickoffs.
Did a good job on the extra point as he drilled it through the uprights. But then on the kickoffs, not much happening there. Tobin waits from the shotgun, hands it off inside, and that's Springer as he pounds his way across the 45-yard line.
Nice.
And he's close to a CM first down.
And it is going to be a first down. Nice power running that time by Springer as he got through the hole and then carried one of the Panther defenders with him to pick up 10 yards on the play.
That'll bring up first and 10 from the 47. Handoff left side. Springer open again. Springer headed for the sidelines. Turns it upfield. He could go all the way to the 20-yard line. He's to the 10 and diving into the end zone. Touchdown, CM Eagles.
A 53-yard touchdown run by Springer. That play went straight up the middle, and then after he got past the linebackers, he cut it to the far side of the field. Needed one good block. Got it just at about the 5-yard line, and then dove into the end zone, and the Eagles are 1 point away from tying this.
Well, Springer, coming off the back of the week, springs free here and heads for the sidelines and puts 6 on the board for the Eagles. Looks like Zach Tobin going to do the kicking for the Eagles on the point after. Holding is Caldwell. High snap. They get it down. The kick booted off to the left side. This one's going to be no good. So the PAT fails, and the score remains 7-6 in favor of the Panthers. We'll take a break and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When making the biggest investment of your life, you should expect the experience, professionalism, and commitment of a full-time realtor. Lisa Funk will provide you with results you can count on. Satisfaction guaranteed. Only agent in town that offers a free moving van when you buy or sell. Her experience is not expensive, it's priceless. So look for Lisa for all your real estate needs at 910 Funk or www.lisafunk.com. RiverBender's top producing broker year after year.
Brown wasn't the kicker, was it? Because he's not playing tonight. I didn't see him in the starting lineup at all. I don't even see him on the sideline. He was number 2. He's down there without pads.
All right, here we go. Tobin has it teed up after the TD, and he'll kick it away. Fielded at about the 25 as Jerseyville heads upfield. They're across the 40 to the 45-yard line up to about the 47. A good return for the Panthers. Number 32 on the return for Jerseyville. That is Tyler Slayton. He brings it all the way out to the 46-yard line where Jersey will take over 1st and 10. Panthers lead by 1. They have the football with 10:33 on the clock here in the second quarter. Barthelmess under center sends a man in motion, fakes it to him, and then, actually handed it to him, as he'll take it around the end and head towards the 50-yard line. And a good gain by Ficker on 1st down. And a good play fake there, too, by the quarterback as he carried it out. A 5-yard pickup, 2nd down, and 5 now for Jerseyville. Barthelmess under center. Single back directly behind him. Wing back left and right. Man in motion. And they'll hand it off left side. Running room there again to the 45. Shut down there. As Caldwell closes the door. Veloso helping out, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Another new running back into the game. That looked like it was Mick Wilderman. So the Panthers using a lot of different individuals in the backfield already in this one.
Barthelmess sends Ficker in motion, and he'll take the handoff around the end to pick up the 1st down up to near the CM 40. And they'll move the chains, setting up 1st and 10 for Jersey and CM territory.
Real nice ball fake again that time by Ficker, or by Barthelmess. He does a really good job of selling and carrying out the fake after he does hand the ball off, and he continues with the play.
1st and 10 now from the CM 41-yard line. Barthelmess will set up Travers as a wingback on the right side, and now send him in motion. Here's a fake, and now they'll give it off inside to Ficker on the counter, and he's hit immediately and dropped. No gain there. May have lost a yard or 2. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one didn't work so well. I think Barthelmess might have been better off just hanging on to that and keeping it himself.
Trying to counter that time is had everyone go left and then had Ficker come back toward the center, but he was met right as he took the handoff for a big loss. 2nd down and 12 from the CM 44. Wingbacks left and right, man in motion to the left side, takes the handoff. That's Travers, turns it upfield as a flag flies. He crosses the 40 and gets to about the 35-yard line, but a flag on the play.
Looks like from where the flag was thrown by the official here on the sideline, I'm suspecting probably holding against Jerseyville.
Well, back this one up. Jersey will be facing a second down and long situation. Back into Jerseyville territory to about the 46.5-yard line. Receiver splits off to the left side. Barthelmess under center has a man directly behind him. Wingbacks left and right. Man in motion is Ficker. And they'll hand it off right side. Not much running room there. Picking up a yard or so is number 40. A gain of a yard. It's going to be third down and long now. 3rd and 21.
You're too far apart.
3rd and 21 from the CM 47.
I thought that might work.
Wingbacks left and right. Artemis under center. Sends a man in motion. That's Ficker. The fake, and now Barthelmess will keep it. The option to Ficker. And a flag on the play as Ficker heads to the sidelines. Gets to about the original line of scrimmage, but a flag back near the CM 45 and another holding penalty against Jerseyville.
And what was 3rd and 22 with that 10-yard pickup would have been about 4th and 12, but the Eagles are going to take the penalty and give them 3rd down again, but it's going to be 3rd and about 32 now.
3rd and 31.
Eagles keep backing them up.
Well, the Panthers are kind of backing themselves up.
All the way to the CM 31 is where Jerseyville has to go for the first down.
I'm not sure they can punt it that far.
Artemis under center with the wingbacks left and right, a single back behind it. Man in motion. We'll take the handoff now. Reverse to Ficker. Nowhere to go. Dropped right as he takes the football. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ran right into Jake Sales, who said, I'm not buying that fake. They tried the double reverse, and Sales stayed right there at his defensive end position, and a big hit and a big tackle, and it's 4th and forever now for the Panthers.
4th down and 35, and Caldwell will wait on the punt at about the Jersey 40-yard line. That wouldn't even be enough for the first down where he's standing.
No, you're right. I said I don't think you can punt it that far.
Here's the punt, line drive punt. Takes a hop right into Caldwell's hands at the 40. Hit, and on his feet will finally be taken down at that 40. And that's where CM will take over 1st and 10. Good field position for the Eagles. The Eagles will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line with 5:29 on the clock. They trail by 1 to the Panthers, 7-6. They'll send Beloso split out to the left side. As Tobin waits from the shotgun. Fake to Springer. Tobin. Oh, Springer's got the football. Springer with a move. Springer still on his feet. Is across the 40 to the 35 to the 30-yard line as he heads across field and all the way to about, well, inside the 25 to about the 23.
39-yard run that time. Looked much like the touchdown run by Springer as he got through the line of scrimmage and then broke it out to the left, got a good block, and picked up big yardage for the Eagles.
Tobin will keep it this time, makes a move, and then is tripped up as he tries to get around the end. And picks up a few to set up 2nd down and about 5.
Springer unofficially now over 100 yards. Most of it on those 2 big runs.
Tobin from the shotgun again. Springer now movement up front. movement up front, and we'll see who this is on. It's offsides on the Panthers as they jump off sides. This could give CM a first down. Looks like it'll be just shy of the first down. Second down and inches.
This would be a good time to take a shot at the end zone.
From the 11. Tobin waits on the snap.
Does he want me on it?
Springer stands to his right. And a snap gets by him. Tobin will have to chase it down back near the 35, covers up. That's going to bring up third down. All right through his hand.
Yeah, it was a high snap from the 11 all the way back to the 34. A 23-yard loss on that play.
Third down and 23. Now Tobin from the shotgun again. Two receivers right, two left. Springer stands next to Tobin in the shotgun. The wide side, the left side of the field.
You want all three sticks.
Tobin looks that way, now goes right. Has Wilkes, complete at the 20, still on his feet, 15, cuts back, has room, and will trot into the end zone. Good run after the catch by Wilkes, and he'll take it to pay dirt.
Wilkes broke 2 tackles on that play. He should have been stopped after about a 10-yard gain, and then he should have been stopped about 6 yards deeper than that, and he broke both tackles and took it into the end zone to give the Eagles the lead. Some great running after the catch that time by Wilkes.
Tobin to Wilkes gives CM their first lead of the night.
And we think the Eagles will go for 2 here.
They line up to go for 2. Tobin from the shotgun with Springer next to him.
Push it.
Takes the snap and will keep it himself. Nowhere to go. And stop shy of the extra point. So the score will remain 12-7 in favor of the CM Eagles. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Two-timing son of a...
Honey, what are you doing?
We can fix anything. Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
The Jerseyville Panthers bring it out to near the 40-yard line. Miles on the return for the Panthers. Well, the Panthers with the football back now trail 12-7. They'll mark this one at the Panther 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Receiver comes split left. Another receiver joins him in the slot. That's a wingback. On the left side of Barthelmess, he goes in motion and takes the handoff. Right side, and not much running room there. Gets to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up second down. Monroy, the carrier for Jerseyville. Gain of 3.
You're all right. We can get you too. We can get you too.
2nd and 7 now for the Panthers as they send a man split out to the left side. Monroy, the wingback on the left side. Barthelmess under center, sends Pomeroy in motion, fakes it to him, and now rolls left, looking downfield, throwing and completing it at the 45 down to the 40-yard line. Big tight end for the Jerseyville Panthers with the reception.
Sam Pullman with the big catch there.
They move the chains into CM territory. First down and 10 from the CM 40. 2:33 on the clock. Here in the first half. Monteroy, the wing back on the left side. Right wing back in motion, takes a handoff, steps across the 40 to the 35, and barrels his way down to near the 50. That's Travers on the carry from that right wing back position.
Both offenses had a little trouble getting things going, but they're moving the ball much better here in the later stages of the second quarter, and Jerseyville threatening now to come back and answer that Civic Memorial score.
They'll have it second down and short after the timeout. Jerseyville timeout. They trail 12-7 to the CM Eagles with 2:11 left in the half. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
Welcome back to Bethalto. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. Second down and about 3 for the Panthers. They hand it off inside, first down, running room and more as Travers works his way almost to the 15-yard line.
Straight ahead run that time as they gave it to the first guy through with just a quick hitter over the middle, and a big first down for Jerseyville, approaching the 2-minute mark now, and they're at about the 17-yard line of the Eagles.
That's Quentin Travers on that carry, the single back behind the quarterback Barthelmess. Chase Travers, the wing back on the right side with Monteroy, the wing back on the left. He goes in motion and will take the handoff around the end. Tries to head upfield, is hit and knocked out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Second down is short coming up for the Panthers here from the 10-yard line. A minute 42 still to play in the half. They send a receiver split out to the left side. Travers, the wing back on the right. Monteroy, the wing back on the other side, will take the handoff. Hit as he steps up in the hole. Works his way to near the first down, but going to be shy, it looks like, from here. The third down and 1 coming up now for the Panthers.
Sets up a big third down and 1, probably 4-down territory, I would think, here for the Panthers, though.
From the 7-yard line, third and 1. And Jerseyville going to take a timeout with 1:16 to go in the half. They trail 12-7, facing third and 1 when we return. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
No, you're fine, man.
Hi, George Weber. As we watch this year's Olympic Games and root for the world's top athletes, the Weber Chevrolet family wants to offer some encouragement to the terrific men and women representing our country. You are the best of the best. We know how hard you have worked. Win or lose, we are proud of you, and you are all truly winners. Even though you are half a world away, we are with you through every sprint, jump, and dive. And we sing along with you when you stand on that medal stand listening to the national anthem. So from all of us at Weber Chevrolet, go Team USA.
Line of CM. Minute 16 left to play in the half. In motion, Monteroy, and then rolling out to the left side. The quarterback fires and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. I think that was Travers down there near the goal line, but incomplete.
And he definitely would have had first down yardage. He might have even gotten into the end zone. That just went right through his hands. We've seen that a few times this evening.
I wonder if the Panthers were taking a shot at the end zone there with 3rd and 1 and now try and ground out that final yard they need for the first down. Double wing formation. The wing T. Man in motion, Pomeroy. The handoff goes right side. Looks like they got enough for the first down. Over that right side, Quentin Travers with the carry that time. Now a late flag flies. Now a scrimmage down there. Some pushing and shoving and flags flying everywhere. And there's going to be,
I think,
some penalties tacked on here. Now a helmet goes flying. We're going to have ejections.
Yeah, this got a little bit out of hand, maybe not even a little bit.
As the rivalry heats up after the Jersey first down. There's laundry everywhere.
Every available flag is on the field, and I'm surprised some of the officials' hats aren't on the field too. I think the first call is going to be against the Eagles. After that, then it's anybody's guess.
At least one CM player has left the field, and we'll have to wait and see when the officials sort this out.
Well, they're going to all have to get in the huddle because they all have an opinion of this. Now they're bringing one of the Jerseyville players out to let the official see him. I wonder if he got cut or something. That's Pullman, the tight end. I'm not sure if he was in the middle of it or guilty by association, or it looked like basically two players that were just kind of rolling around a bit, and then when they got up, helmets flew and flags started flying and lots of pushing and shoving. I think for a few minutes, sportsmanship went right out the window.
Definitely. Laundry everywhere on the field with 1:06 on the clock. We'll take a break and let them sort this out and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power and Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agencies certified by J.D. Power and Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
Welcome back to Bethalto. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman, and everybody fired up now.
Well, this is the most noise we've heard in a long time here.
Offsetting penalties, both players ejected from the ball game.
And we're not sure exactly who those players are.
From the 2-yard line, the Panthers facing first and goal. Bartelsmas with a man in motion will hand it off right side and into the hole and into the end zone goes Travers, and the Panthers have hit pay dirt again.
I think that was Quentin Travers as he just ran off tackle to the right side. It might have been Chase, actually. I'm not sure which one it was. I can't see the numbers from here. At any rate, the Panthers have the lead 13-12, and I would think they would probably go for two here, although now it looks like somebody's called a penalty. They're moving the football back.
They've done a good job of now the next
celebration
penalty is going to be tacked on, and now another flag flies. Maybe celebration penalty the first one, and then somebody must have mouthed something because they tack on another flag, an unsportsmanlike, against Jerseyville. They're going to back them up even more, and so much for going for two now, I guess.
Well, you almost have to go for two now. You're going to be kicking it 45 yards.
Now the officials over talking to the Jerseyville coach, Gary Carter.
The ball's going to be placed at the 33-yard line.
It'll be hard to kick one from here.
That's going to be a 50-yard extra point. We're almost as far away as they are.
You think you could hit it from here, Jeff?
With what?
Didn't think so.
I can't hardly see it from here. Wow, those are big penalties. So a celebration penalty, and then when the referee threw that flag, somebody in the Jerseyville huddle had to say something.
That's what it looked like. As he was marking off the penalty, another flag flies. Now the Panthers on the sidelines. They come toward the field now.
You know, in the last 2 or 3 minutes, we've had more flags than points in this game.
That's for sure. I did laundry today, and it's been all over the field. 13-12 is Jerseyville going to attempt the extra point here.
A 33-yard two-point conversion.
And now another flag flies against the Panthers, so back it up even more.
Coach Carter has to wonder what's going on over there now. I'm not sure what that was. It was a 5-yard penalty. It didn't look like a delay of game signal, but maybe that is what it was.
Now, once again, timeout going to be called by Jerseyville with 51.
We'll get this point after attempt yet, you know it.
It may never happen at this point. 51.9 seconds to go in the half. Another Jerseyville timeout. They need to talk over how to pull off this two-point conversion. We'll be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Sports, food, and good times. All this and more are waiting for you at Alton Sports Tab. Gather the crew for a night out, or better yet, bring in the whole family and enjoy the best burger or wings in town. We offer daily specials, an affordable menu, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Visit our new Caribbean-themed edition. We also have banquet and meeting rooms for your special occasion. Alton Sports Tab, serving up sports, food, and good times daily at the intersection of Route 140 and Homer Adams Parkway in Alton.
For nearly 120 years, First Cloverleaf Bank has played a vital role in shaping the history of Edwardsville and Glen-Carbon, putting our customers, our people, and our community first. It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Welcome back to Bethalto. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. Jersey trying a big-time two-point conversion here.
I think I figured it out. They lost 15. Then they lost another 15, then they lost another 5. It's just time to take a knee.
Why not? Probably a safe play at this point. Looks like they'll go with the reverse. An inside handoff, and it's Pomeroy going to end up with it after the reverse. He'll take it to the 30. And the extra point no good, so that's how that two-point conversion ends up. And the score remains 13-12 in favor of the Panthers with 51.9 seconds left to go in the half. We'll take a quick break and be back with a kickoff after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sport.
Riverbend Chiropractic Center, the office of Dr. Stephanie Monroe, is a family wellness clinic that is conveniently located in Godfrey. Dr. Stephanie, a licensed doctor of chiropractic, is dedicated to caring for infants, children, and adults. She specializes in pediatric care, which is especially important this time of year with all the stress of backpacks and extracurricular activities like football, soccer, cheerleading, and other sports. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Please call 618-467-2744 for further information or questions.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman as Panthers set to kick it away after taking a 13-12 lead. And the ball kicked to the 40 and covered up there. And that's where the Eagles will have it 1st and 10.
Good field position here for the Eagles in the last 51 seconds of the first half.
The one guy mouthed to the coach.
Still plenty of time for the Eagles to score. Springer could break one. Tobin could toss one out in the flat.
Springer had a nice game so far on the ground.
He has. I think the Eagles have all 3 of their timeouts also, or at least 2.
Somebody on this team, on the Jerseyville team.
Tobin from the shotgun. So 2 receivers split left, 2 to the right side. Wilkes on that side with McKinney. Tobin waits with the back standing next to him to his left. And he will give it to the back. Coming through the hole, Springer. He'll work his way across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Eagles in the hurry up with 40 seconds on the clock. They try to set the football. Down to 35. Two receivers split left for Tobin. Tobin dropping back, looking right for McKinney. Fakes it now, steps up in the hole, is headed for the sidelines, and will step out of bounds at about the Jerseyville 45.
Tobin, a good job of escaping the pressure in the pocket, picked up 9 yards and a first down. And more importantly, stopped the clock by getting out of bounds with 24 seconds left here in the first half.
Three receivers on the right side, two to the left. Tobin looking right, now looking left. Now pressured and dropped back near the 47-yard line. He stepped up in the pocket that time, and it collapsed on him. And now the Eagles will take a timeout with 18.5 seconds left to go in the half. They trail the Panthers 13-12. We'll take a break, too, and be back after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
St. Anthony's Health Center, located in Alton, is serving the Riverbend area with quality patient care and comfort through comprehensive outpatient rehabilitative therapy services, advanced diagnostic technology, and emergency services, while also providing community education classes that benefit those of all ages. All brought to you by St. Anthony's Health Center's dedicated and caring health professionals.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Halsman. Three receivers split to the left side. One comes to the right as Tobin from the shotgun waits on the snap. 18 seconds left to go in the half. He hits Wilkes. Wilkes turns it upfield. Wilkes headed toward the sidelines, and a first down for the Eagles. So he stopped before he gets to the 30.
Wilkes tripped up from behind that time, or he might have gotten a few more yards.
The flag on the opposite side of the field, though, and I believe
it's against the Eagles.
Yeah, against CM. We'll back this one up after a little tight end screen there to Wilkes. Had some blockers downfield. Was able to pick up good yardage, but that one going to be brought back.
I didn't see the signal, did you? It looked like in the area of holding, but
I believe it was. I seen the very end when they pointed towards CM. I'm going to put 8 seconds on the clock instead of 11.5. I think it may be 8 added to it.
Well, they only gave him a 5-yard mark-off, so it must not have been holding. But it nullifies a good gain and a first down for the Eagles.
Trying to get the clock set correctly now. Tobin will set up in the shotgun again. He'll have two receivers off to the left side, to the right. He'll have a single back there. It looks like Caldwell. Either Caldwell or Springer standing to his left side. I believe that's Springer. As Tobin drops straight back. Pressured, fires it down the middle, and has the ball almost picked off. As it stayed up there too long, and the clock runs out. Springer waiting for that one, but Jerseyville almost picks it off, and that's how the half comes to an end. With the Panthers leading the CM Eagles 13-12 at halftime. We'll be back with halftime after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's coverage of this game is sponsored by St. Anthony's Health Center. Innovation, commitment, compassion. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank. We're better together. Alton Memorial Hospital. The best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap. Sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years. Riverbend Chiropractic Center, dedicated to caring for infants, children, and adults. And by Andy's Auto Body, we can fix anything.
climb the ladder of success. Work our tails off every day. Gotta bump the competition, blow them all away. Caliente.
Yeah, we're gonna hop, 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 hop to the top.
Slip and slide and ride that rhythm.
Jump and pop, hop till we drop and start again. Zip, zap, zap, pop like a mop.
Scoot around the corner. Move it to the groove till the music stops. Do the bop, bop, bop to the top.
Jump balls. The Eagles kick off to start the second half. Return man for the Panthers works his way across the 35 up to about the 37. Then he'll be brought down there.
Panthers take over first and 10 at
So we see how the second half starts out for Jerseyville. They have an opportunity to get more points on the board here. This ought to be an interesting second half. I'd like to know what
on your way, ma'am.
During halftime.
Man in motion, and he'll take that hand off. Tries to get around the end of his hammer before he can do so. No gain on the play. That'll bring up second and 10.
Michael is such a big hit there because defensive back positions. Stop the runner right after the sprint.
Monroe taking the ball, handing it off to the single back over the right side. That's later. Picks up a few yards across the 40.
Travis on the carry. Third and 5.
Panthers in the huddle. More of a ball control offense. Bring it out. That wing team. Quarterback under center. Handed off right side. Monroy on the carry that time. Picks up maybe a yard as he gets around the end. That's going to bring up fourth down for Jerseyville.
So the CM Eagles defense is apparently held here on this possession. So the fourth and about 3. It looks like the other unit is coming on the field. Expected to for Jerseyville. So the defense is held. Let's see what the Eagles offense can do when they get their hands on the football.
Jersey sets up a punt formation with Paul Moore. Back deep for CM at about his own 25. Jersey going to kick it down the left side of the field. Takes a big hop. And a big Jerseyville roll down inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. That's where the Eagles will have it first and 10. Their first possession of the second half.
Interesting punt that time as the punter rolled towards us to the his side of the field and then kicked the football with his left leg. A while ago, he kicked it with his right leg.
That's amazing.
Now, when you can use either hand, you're ambidextrous. What is this called if you can use either leg?
You have to make up for it. It's amazing. I can't do anything with my own. Forget about it. Tobin waits on the snap. Here's an inside handoff to Springer, who has nowhere to go. And that's going to bring up second down. From the no huddle at the line of scrimmage. Caldwell checks out. Kenny split right. Springer the back gets to Tobin in the backfield. 3 receivers. Tobin going to keep it. He's got running room down the left side. Breaks free. Now pitches it. And a man hit it up the sideline, cutting back. And picking up good yardage. A first down. Out to about the 40-yard line.
Wilkes, I think that's Wilkes who he pitched the ball to as Tobin had gotten to the outside, got to the corner, and then he pitched it. He had already picked up the first down, and then they got about another 10 yards.
It was Shasheen, I believe, who took the pitch. He's one of the 3 receivers split to the left side. Wilkes over there as well as Meloso. McKinney, the only receiver to the right side. And the snap to Tobin, the handoff to Springer, who gets to the line of scrimmage and then fights his way forward to pick up a yard or 2 over that right side. Second down and 7 now coming up for CM from the 43. Tobin waits on the snap. 4 receivers in the set. Tobin going right side. Downfield double coverage. Wilkes will have it between the defenders and will go all the way for the touchdown. Wilkes outrunning 2 defenders, coming back for that ball to the middle of the field and then turning on the afterburners as he takes it home.
A 57-yard touchdown strike from Tobin to Wilkes. Tobin just hung that up and said run under it, and Wilkes did and took it the rest of the way for the touchdown, and the Eagles have the lead once again.
18 on the board now for the CM Eagles as they'll try to tack on the extra point. Going for 2 here. Springer stands next to Tobin in the shotgun. 2 receivers right side, 2 to the left. Now Springer will move to the left of Tobin. Now back to the right side. Tobin takes a snap, looking right, now looking left, firing across the middle. Veloso, the intended receiver, in and out of his hands, incomplete. And the score will remain 18-13 in favor of the CM Eagles with 7:42 on the clock. Third quarter action. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When making the biggest investment of your life, you should expect the experience, professionalism, and commitment of a full-time realtor. Lisa Funk will provide you with results you can count on. Satisfaction guaranteed. Only agent in town that offers a free moving van when you buy or sell. Her experience is not expensive, it's priceless. So look for Lisa for all your real estate needs at 910 Funk or www.lisafunk.com. RiverBender's top producing broker year after year.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. CM puts 6 more up to make it an 18-13 ball game. Here's the kick, an onside kick, squirts away from the Panthers. CM close to it, but I think that went back into the Panthers' hands. I don't know if that was an intentional onside kick, but it sure looked like it.
Yeah, it certainly was kicked on the ground for sure, and it bounced in and out of a couple of players' hands before the Panthers finally jumped on it and settled it at about their own 37-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Panthers from their own 38-yard line. With 7:35 on the clock, they now trail by 5 to the Eagles. And Jersey gets the O on the field and has to call a timeout with 7:35 on the clock, trailing the Eagles 18-13. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Shop? Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman as the Jerseyville Panthers, after the timeout, have it 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Barthelmess turns and hands it off left side, and good running room over that left side this time for the Panthers as they pick up about 7 as Quentin Travers on the carry. A 2nd down and 3 coming up now for Jerseyville. Panthers down by 5 now. They break huddle from the 44, their own 44. Receivers split out to the right side. Wing T formation behind the quarterback, Barthelmess. Man in motion, they'll give it off to Travers left side as he rolls over a man at the 50 into CM territory. A 1st down for the Panthers.
Another 7-yard gain for Travers, and you're right, he barreled over. It looked like that was Caldwell, that he just kind of put his shoulder down and moved him back a couple of yards.
Panthers break huddle, sending a man to the left side, just across the midfield stripe. Wing T formation, man in motion. Pomeroy, and they'll hand it off to Travers right side, and he's got another big gain over that right side. Another gain of about 7 on 1st down. Looks like they'll mark it, though, at about 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for Jerseyville. Panthers with some success inside the tackles here on this drive. Back in that wing T. Barthelmess under center sends Pomeroy in motion and hands it again to. Nope, he's going to keep it this time around the end, and he's going to pick up good yardage down to near the 40-yard line.
It's going to be about a yard short, I think, on that play. That's the first time he's carried the ball tonight. I'm surprised to see that.
Third down is short now, coming up for the Panthers. They break huddle and send a receiver split out wide right with that wing T. The wide side of the field, the left side of the field. Barthelmess under center. Sends a man in motion. They'll run left. And Travers hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage and maybe stops shy of that first down.
Well, it's going to be really close. Good job by the defense for the Eagles. And looks like he's going to be a little short.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Panthers go for it here as they've been pounding out that yardage inside.
Well, they definitely are going to go for it. It'll be interesting if they just try to run this straight up the middle with that quick hitter. Maybe even a quarterback sneak from here. I'm not sure, but something straight ahead, I would think.
They only need a few inches. Double motion, flags fly, and there's a handoff on the left side. There'll be an illegal procedure call against Jerseyville. That'll back them up, and that may change things. They may punt it away now. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, a big time for a penalty. Bad time for a penalty if you're a Panthers fan, as it was 4th and less than a yard. And boy, that was easy to see as at the same time both of the backs just started going in opposite directions in motion.
And after the play, both the backs discussing which one of them made the mistake.
And I think they each thought the other one did from the way the discussion looked.
It did look that way.
4th and 6.
Looks like the Panthers are still going to go for it here on 4th down and 6. It'll be interesting to see the play call here. Quentin Travers directly behind the quarterback Barthelmess and that wing T. In motion, Pomeroy, the fake to him. Now the handoff to Pomeroy. He is hammered. Stopped shy of the first down. He didn't quite get to the 40, and he was hit hard, and he's still down on the ground. Slow getting up.
Well, you're right. He was hammered after about a maybe no gain, maybe a gain of a yard, but that's it.
He was hit hard that time, and that knocked the wind out of him. Took him a minute to get off the ground. CM football now with the lead. 18-13 over the Panthers. They'll send 3 receivers off to the left side. Single receiver to the right. Man in motion is Springer. He'll take the handoff and try to get around the end. Does get around the end and pick up a yard or two. That's going to bring up 2nd down. A gain of almost 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. McKinney split wide right. Tobin from the shotgun. Panthers showing blitz now. Springer going to switch sides. To the left of Tobin now. And he'll take the handoff right up the gut. Breaks free at the 45 and is stopped before he gets to the 40-yard line. A 1st down for the Eagles.
Boy, that was just nothing fancy, just power running straight ahead. Springer picks up 10, gets into Panthers territory down to right about the 41-yard line.
Tobin from the shotgun again. 1st and 10 now from the 42 of Jerseyville. And the handoff to Springer. Flags fly at the line of scrimmage, and Springer isn't going to get much.
I think he'll lose a yard, and I think we're going to have a chop block against the Eagles.
Well, that'll back it up.
Yeah, the Panthers will probably take that penalty, even though the Eagles lost a yard on that 1st down play.
They talk it over with the Jerseyville captains, and we'll see what the Panthers elect to do here at the 3:15 mark of quarter number 3. They'll mark it off against CM.
That's 15 yards on that mark off.
First down, 25 situation now for the CM Eagles. As we approach the 3-minute mark in quarter number 3, Tobin waits on the snap with 4 receivers in the set. Two to the left, 2 to the right in motion now. Shasheen back to the left side, but Springer going to take the handoff and stick his head in at the 45, and now the Panthers will rip the football away from him, but they're going to say he was down.
Break for the Eagles there. Brian Weiner with the strip there, but they say it was after the whistle, and that was really close.
It was really close. Seen the Jerseyville linebackers try that a couple times tonight. Tobin from the shotgun. 3 receivers left side. Looking right, though, and firing it for Wilkes, and knocked away. Almost intercepted, and Wilkes probably kept that ball from being picked off as he put a hit on the defender after the defender put his hands on the football.
Jake Brown, the linebacker, there to try to stop that play, and that ball was underthrown, and it was right in his hands, and it really should have been intercepted.
Wilkes became the defender and went from tight end to defensive back there on that play. Shasheen going to come back over here on the right side to join McKinney. As Tobin waits in the shotgun, another receiver looks like Beloso off to the left side. Now Shasheen in motion back the other way, stops, and Tobin dropping straight back. Pressured out of the pocket, now rolling left, looking downfield, going to tuck it in and turn it on. Headed for the sidelines, is tripped up as he crosses the 40 and hits the ground hard over that 40-yard line to about the 38.
That's about a 16-yard gain for Tobin, and that time he made something out of nothing, as he could have easily been sacked on the play, but he got around the corner, and he'll set up a 4th and 7.
So it looks like the Eagles will punt it away here. 4th down and 7.
And this is another good place in the field for a fake punt.
Jeff's been pulling for the fake punt all night, folks. That's a fun play.
Nobody back for the Panthers.
Panthers thinking the same thing, maybe. Or going for the block. Cruz gets it off. And toward the sidelines, gets it angled pretty good, but it looks like it's going to go out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
So a nice kick. He got a good bounce earlier. He kicked one, and it just took a bad bounce and went into the end zone. But this time he got a good bounce towards the sidelines, and it's going to back the Eagles up at their own, or the Panthers up at their own 5-yard line.
Minute 13 to go here, 3rd quarter action. The Panthers will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own end from their own 5-yard line. They'll send a receiver split left. As Barthelsmus will climb under center and turn and hand it off to the back, trying to get around the end. And Travers does get around the end. Turns it upfield across the 10-yard line. Now a flag flies late.
That's going to be unsportsmanlike against Jerseyville, I think, as they continued the block well after the play, and they just took Cruz and drove him almost back into the end zone. And totally, that was 10 yards behind the play. That's just a bad play.
And right out in the open, too.
Yeah, you couldn't hide that one. So it'll be half the distance. They'll lose the down also because it came after the play.
And you know, after that little skirmish in the first half, the official's going to be all over the unsportsmanlike here in the second half. I don't want nothing breaking loose. Clock down, under 50 seconds. A 2nd down and 10 situation from the 5. Bartlesmith with 38 seconds on the clock sends a man in motion. And the handoff on the counter, back the other way. The back works his way out to shy of the 10-yard line. And that's going to bring up third down. Chase Travers on the carry that time as the clock down to 20 seconds here in the third quarter. Looks like the Panthers going to hang out in the huddle and let this quarter wind down, trailing to the CM Eagles 18-13. We'll be back after this with fourth quarter action. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. Third down and 6 from the dive for the Panthers. To start quarter number 4, the quarterback rolling right, going downfield in double coverage and overthrowing the intended receiver, Pullman. Shasheen with the coverage downfield, and that ball not even close to Pullman.
Well overthrown, and now another time when the Eagles defense has stopped the Panthers here in the second half. We really haven't seen much offense from Jerseyville in this second half at all. And the Eagles should get really good field position. The punter standing at his own goal line.
Caldwell will wait at about the Jerseyville 35. And we haven't seen many good punts from Jerseyville here. There's a punt that will go over Caldwell's head, hit at the 45 and take a huge Jerseyville roll into CM territory, and what a break there. As that ball rolls all the way down to the 37, that's where the Eagles will have it first and 10, and a 52-yard punt by the Panthers really helps out there.
That was a low line drive kick. I mean, he didn't boom it high, but he hit it well.
And he kicked it left-footed or right-footed? Left-footed that time.
Pretty strong with the left foot.
I can't get over that.
For 10 or 15 yards. I know it even looks odd. He kind of rolls out and kind of kicks it soccer style.
He does. It's almost like he intentionally tries to get that ball to roll, and boy, it rolled 20 yards that time. CM with the ball, first and 10 from their own 38-yard line. And Tobin will keep it and head around the end. He picks up a yard or two and is stopped before he gets to the 45-yard line at about the 42. And it'll be second down. Second down and 6 for the Eagles. Three receivers split out to the left side as Tobin waits on the snap. Springer going to move to the left side of Tobin. And he'll take the handoff. Head right up the gut and stop before he gets to the 45. The ball comes free and CM jumps on it, but I believe he was down near the 45.
Be about a 2-yard pickup, and again you see those Jerseyville defenders trying to strip the ball away from the Eagle running backs. But again, after the whistle that time.
Three receivers split off to the left side as Tobin waits on the snap with Springer back there next to him. And now Shasheen going to go in motion into the backfield. The handoff, though, to Springer, right side. And Springer works across the 45, but is stopped shy of the first down, and here comes the punting unit onto the field for CM.
Well, this second half has really been a battle of field position, as it looks like the Eagles will kick it away again here now and try to pin Jerseyville deep in their own territory and put the defense back on the field.
Well, Jay Cruz has shown the last couple of weeks he can punt it. So the Eagles may have a little bit of advantage if we get into a battle of punters here. Of course, Cruz only uses 1 foot, but it's a big foot. Good snap back, and here's a high wobbly kick. It will take a Jerseyville bounce back the other way, and Caldwell's going to have to run that one down before it gets to the 40. He'll down it at about the 36, and that's where Jerseyville will take over 1st and 10.
I think Cruz would like to have that one back. That one only a 17-yard punt. And he's been kicking it much better than that, so he just missed one that time.
First and 10, Panthers from the 37-yard line. Their own 37. In that wing tee, Barthelmess under center. And the wing back coming around is Travers. He'll take the football and head upfield as he works his way to near a Jerseyville first down across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. .9:22 on the clock. Second down and 2 now coming up for the Panthers after the 8-yard gain from Travers. Chase Travers on the carry that time for Jerseyville. From the Jerseyville 46, second down and 2. In motion, Chase Travers with the handoff right of the gut. And a good run into CM territory. The back taken down at near the 45-yard line. Quentin Travers on the carry that time for the Panthers as we approach the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
And both of the Travers players doing the bulk of the rushing duties. Quentin now officially 73 yards rushing, and Chase 74 yards rushing. So they have their own little family battle going on.
Barthelmess will send Chase Travers in motion. The handoff up the middle to Quentin Travers, who has another first down into CM territory across the 35. I believe the Travers are cousins. That's what we heard. Chase and Quentin. .9:35 on the clock as Jersey breaks huddle. First and 10 from the CM 34. From that wing tee, Barthelmess sends Chase Travers in motion. He'll take the handoff this time. And around the end he goes and upfield to pick up another good amount of yards on first down. And Jersey moving the chains at will on this drive.
Yeah, just when we said that the offense hadn't done much here in the second half, they certainly have a good drive going here. They are going to spot that at about the 28 in a 5-yard gain, so he went out of bounds just a little bit earlier than it looked like. But Jerseyville moving the football here.
Really just sticking with the basics, either up the gut or around the end with the wing back, and this time up the gut again to the fullback, and he'll work his way down to near a first down again. Going to be just shy. It's going to set up third down and about 1.5 yards.
And the other thing they're doing is they're keeping the clock running.
Third and 1.
And if they can get into the end zone, they'd like to do it with as little time left on the clock for CM to be able to come back as possible.
Third down and 1 for Jerseyville. As they line up in the wing tee, Chase Travers on the right side and a quarterback sneak. Barthelmess will get the first down for Jerseyville. And they move the chains again. First down and 10 now from the 21. CM going to make an adjustment on the defensive line. In motion, Chase Travers. He'll take the handoff around the end and head upfield close to another. Jerseyville first down, stopped just shy. Looks like it'll be second down coming up for Jerseyville, but second and short.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eagles take a timeout here on defense and try to regroup. They're backpedaling and kind of reeling here.
Now the CM Eagles making another adjustment in that defensive line. Barthelsma sends Chase Travers in motion, and the handoff goes inside running room and into the 5 and near the end zone. The running back stopped at the 1 is Quentin Travers.
Well, you're right, Dennis. They're just using 2 plays on this drive. They're running Chase to the outside and Quentin up the middle, and they threw in 1 quarterback sneak, but there hasn't been anything fancy or anything the Eagles haven't seen in this game, and you wonder if the defense is just starting to get a little tired.
Well, sure looks like it, as Jerseyville just moving the chains on every play, and as you mentioned, real simple basic offense here. Inside, outside. Here's Travers with a handoff inside, and he'll trot in for that final yard. Quentin Travers takes it in for Jerseyville. And that makes the score 19-18. At the 5:15 mark of quarter number 4. Second touchdown for Quentin Travers. Timeout on the field as they'll talk over this extra point with 5:15 on the clock. They lead the Eagles 19-18. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. As Jerseyville going to attempt the 2-point conversion here to try to go up by 3. And the quarterback, Barthelsma, is going to keep it, and he will go into the end zone for the 2-point conversion to give the Panthers that 3-point lead. They now lead 21-18 over the CM Eagles. Well, Jerseyville comes right back to take the lead away from the Eagles. Make it a 21-18 ball game. Jersey led at halftime 13-12. And then in the third quarter, the 7:42 mark, Tobin hit Wilkes on a 53-yard touchdown pass to put the Eagles up 18-13, and now Jersey back on top 21-18, a 2-yard run by Quentin Travers, his second touchdown of the night. Barthelsma with the 2-point conversion to make it 21-18.
Well, now with this kickoff, all the pressure will fall on the Eagles offense because with 5:15 left, in all likelihood, this will be the last possession that the Eagles will have. And if you recall, Jerseyville has had some trouble with their kickoffs. They haven't been very deep, so the Eagles have a chance to get a short field here.
And the Eagles use a back on that front line this time. But this kick is going to go deep to Caldwell at about the 20. Caldwell with a move. He's up to the 30-yard line. He'll be stopped there. And that's where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 with plenty of time left. 5:10 on the clock. And the Eagles trying to take the lead back from the Panthers. Eagle offense back on the field. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this ball game. Two receivers right, to the left. Tobin waits on the snap. Running back Springer back there with him will move to the left side. A snap to Tobin. The handoff, a fake to Springer. Then Tobin going to be sacked and dropped for about a 6-7 yard loss.
Well, the Panthers had either one of those options well defensed. If Tobin didn't keep it and gave it to Springer, he ran right into a wall. And then Tobin looked up, and there was another wall standing in front of him, a loss of about 4 on the play, back to the 25. And Jerseyville beginning to get penetration into the CM backfield.
2nd and 15 now from the 25. Tobin dropping straight back, firing it out in the flat and incomplete, trying to get it to Springer. Threw it too far out in front of him, but he was open.
A little bit of pressure that time, too, and I think Tobin threw that a little sooner than he wanted to.
Momentum definitely on the Jerseyville side as the defense fired up after the Panthers have taken the lead here. Now the Eagles facing 3rd and 15 from the 25 with 3 receivers off to the right side, 2 to the left, and Tobin waits on the snap. A low snap. He'll have to pick it up off the ground. Does so. And now looking downfield, right side, firing it, tipped around, and is it picked off? I believe so. I believe the Panthers have picked it off at the 45-yard line, and maybe an ill-advised pass there by Tobin, trying to make something happen there on 3rd and long.
Well, that with the snap bad and then having to chase it down and then trying to pick it up and run with it, he'd gotten almost back to the line of scrimmage, saw a receiver who was covered really and threw it up for grabs. It was deflected. The pass was just a little bit high and then picked off. But you can't fault him for trying to do something. I mean, it all started with a busted play.
Jerseyville football with 5:20 on the clock. In motion is Chase Travers. The handoff left side to Quinton. Quinton works his way out to the 40. At about the 38. Stop there. That'll ring up 2nd down.
Travers on the carry.
2nd and 4 now coming up for the Panthers. Just across the 40-yard line. From the wing tee, Barthelsmus under center, sends Chase Travers in motion, gives it to Quinton right up the gut. Hit, knocked backwards and lunges forward. And we'll see where they mark this one. It's going to be
like a
3rd
flag
down
on the field also, Dennis.
There's a flag down. They mark it up near the 1st down marker. And a holding call against Jerseyville.
And it looks like the hold was right at the spot where the ball was, so it was like at the end of the play, so they'll get the yardage and then mark off the penalty from there. So it's going to set up about a 2nd and 11 maybe?
About 2nd and 11. From the CM 46-yard line. Panthers continue just to pound the ball between the tackles. Quinton Travers been the main back here as Chase goes in motion. He'll take the handoff around the end this time. Upfield he goes to the 40. Knocked down about the 38-yard line.
Well, the Panthers have found a couple of plays in these last 2 drives that they like quite a bit, and they're just basically telling the Eagles, we're going to keep running until you stop them, and they haven't been stopping them yet.
And in the same direction. They continue to run left with Chase Daniels and then right up the gut with Quinton, mainly to that left side. They line up in the wing tee again, 3rd down and 3. In motion is Chase, but the handoff to Quinton. He's hit in the middle of the pack there. We'll see where his forward progress gets him. It looks like they're going to mark it just shy of the 35. And it'll be 4th and inches, and I bet they go for it.
Oh, I'm sure they will go for it. It's a big opportunity here for the Eagles defense. with 3:40 and the clock still running, this might be the last opportunity. They've got to figure out a way to get the ball back for the offense.
4th down and 1 for Jerseyville, and they've had so much success just pounding that ball up the gut. They went with the quarterback sneak last time. They were in 4th and short.
Jerseyville's going to run the clock down as far as they can and then call timeout here, it appears.
They'll run it down to 3:17 and take the timeout. With a 4th down and 1 situation coming up when we return. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When making the biggest investment of your life, you should expect the experience, professionalism, and commitment of a full-time realtor. Lisa Funk will provide you with results you can count on. Satisfaction guaranteed. Only agent in town that offers a free moving van when you buy or sell. Her experience is not expensive, it's priceless. So look for Lisa for all your real estate needs at 910 Funk or www.lisafunk.com. RiverBender's top producing broker year after year.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. 4th down and 1 for Jerseyville. The handoff right side. Quentin Travers has the first down for Jerseyville. And a little bit more. They'll move the chains again.
An impressive rushing performance here in the second half, really the fourth quarter, by both Quentin and Chase Travers. Quentin now over 100 yards, and Chase likely will be with his next carry.
First and 10, Jerseyville from the CM31. Barthelsmuth under center will give it to Chase. Travers will turn it up around the corner and pick up good yardage once again on first down. They have not been able to stop that play here in the second half. The same play, they continue to run that wing back in motion, Chase Travers, and just give him the ball and let him get around the end, and he's picked up 6-7 yards almost every time. Second down and 4 now from the Eagle 25. Under center, Barthelsmuth will hand it off left side. Quentin Travers looks like he's got enough for the first down. And they continue to go with just those two plays.
Those two plays, that's all they've needed here. When the clock starts again, we're going to get very close to the 2.5-minute mark. The Eagles are going to call timeout, though, before that happens. But we're getting to the point now where the Eagles are going to have to almost burn timeouts on every play. That clock's going to run out.
2:37 left to go. We'll take a timeout, too. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Riverbend Chiropractic Center, the office of Dr. Stephanie Monroe, is a family wellness clinic that is conveniently located in Godfrey. Dr. Stephanie, a licensed doctor of chiropractic, is dedicated to caring for infants, children, and adults. She specializes in pediatric care, which is especially important this time of year with all the stress of backpacks and extracurricular activities like football, soccer, cheerleading, and other sports. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Please call 618-467-2744 for further information or questions.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. The handoff goes left side. Quentin Travers with the carry again on first down. Gain of a few. That's going to bring up second down and 8 as the Eagles take another timeout. 2:29 left to play in this one, and the Eagles down to just slowing things down here. Well, the Jerseyville Panthers have just done an outstanding job on that left side of the offensive line. They continue to run over that left tackle. And big number 63, Brad Rucker. He's opened up some holes over there on that left side, and that's allowed the Panthers just to continue to churn away.
Well, he's only 6'7", 225, so that's a
big kid.
Pretty big target to duck in behind.
And he has blown some holes open on that left side. It's allowed Jerseyville to pick up most of their yardage here in the second half. They keep running left, even when they go with the wing back. It's from left to right. Brian Weiner, the guard on that side, doing a good job as well. As here's a handoff to Chase Travers. Not quite as much room that time for him. He'll pick up a yard or two, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 5.
And the Eagles will use their last timeout here to stop the clock.
Final timeout for the Eagles at 2:22. We'll take 1-2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Back in Bethalto, Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. 2:22 to go in this one. Jersey back of the wing tee at 3rd and 4. And they go left again. And they're going to be stopped shy this time. And it's going to set up a 4th down and short situation. They continue to run behind Rucker over there on the left side.
4th and 1.
Well, it's do or die for the Eagles here. It's going to be 4th and 1. They've either got to stop them and get the ball back, a 1st down, and this one's going to be over.
And Jersey will take as much time as they can. Bet they run left.
Either that or quarterback sneak straight ahead.
Motion. And rolling and throwing toward the end zone. A man open and collision in the end zone. Incomplete. They had a man wide open and see him close the door at the last second to stop him.
Boy, a nice surprise call there if it works, but if it doesn't and the Eagles come back and win this game, that is going to really be one that can be second guessed. The receiver was open, but that ball was underthrown and could have been picked off too. The Eagles have a lot of field to cover, the ball at the 10-yard line, but boy, the way they were running the football, all they needed to do was pick up a yard and the game was over, and they decided to throw it, and the guy was there, and if it had worked, it had been a great call, but it's one of those that you either look really good or if it backfires, you look really bad.
All it takes is one play for the Eagles to break it open and put some points on the board. Tobin from the shotgun, 4 receivers, drops the snap. Still fumbling at it and now called down. Tobin never did get that snap. Now the Eagles have to hurry here as the clock rolling. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Tobin gets his troops set. Gets the snap from the end zone. Pressured and gets away. And saves the safety. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that'd be it for the Eagles now. They've really got to hustle here. 54 seconds on the clock.
I don't know how Tobin even escaped that first guy in the end zone.
3rd and 16. Tobin will be throwing from his end zone again. Everybody coming after him. Tobin pressured, in trouble, trying to get out of the end zone. Has a man in the flat, but overthrows. Veloso incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down with 35 seconds to go. Fourth down and long. The final play here. 4th and 18 for the Eagles. Tobin with everybody in the formation. All 5 wide receivers looking down the middle, firing, and knocked away by the Panthers. We'll leave 30 seconds on the clock for the Panthers. They'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, that first play on that drive is what really hurt him when they fumbled the snap and cost him 4 or 5 yards. It just set everything back and took almost all the momentum out. And then not much help there by the offensive line either, as Tobin was running for his life.
I think especially with that first play, it gets that clock rolling. That puts a little bit of extra pressure on you. If you get that first play off and even throw it incomplete, at least it stops the clock and gives you a chance to reset. But once they fumbled that snap, kind of put the pressure on themselves.
Jerseyville will take a knee, and this one will be over, Dennis.
Unless they try a fake knee.
Surely they wouldn't.
No, they'll just take a knee. There are no chances now. They're going to let this one run down. Panthers are fired up. The final is going to be 21-18 in favor of the Panthers. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports. Welcome back to Bethalto. Dennis Laird alongside Jeff Alsman. This one's in the books. The Jerseyville Panthers defeat the CM Eagles on the road 21-18. The Eagles trailed by 1 at halftime, 13-12, and then at the 7:42 mark of quarter number 3, Zach Tobin hit Wilkes on a 53-yard touchdown pass to put the Eagles up 18-13. And then at the 5:15 mark of quarter number 4, Jersey drive downfield, 1-yard run by Quentin Travers, and the Jerseyville Panthers went up after the 2-point conversion by Barthelmess. 21-18, and that's our final score. This one's in the books. The Jerseyville Panthers win their first ball game of the year to improve to 1-3, a Mississippi Valley Conference victory over the CM Eagles. The final score, once again, 21-18 in favor of the Panthers. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Coming up next here on Z1570, more high school football, so stay tuned.
RiverBender.com's coverage of this game is sponsored by St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. Alta Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years. Riverbend Chiropractic Center, dedicated to caring for infants, children, and adults. And by Andy's Auto Body, we can fix anything.